in there would have sparked one thing, and that is of trust. All right? Because of these qualities, we would have taken that chance and invested in the league and the competitions in the North Zone. And of today, we have absolutely no regrets in doing so. Moving forward, we pledge our support and continue to speak highly of this organization, as we would encourage other corporate entities to get on board as well and support. This year, Blue Waters Products Limited, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary, where the journey began in 1999. Today, we are one of the largest manufacturers of bottled water and non-water beverages in the Caribbean. Moving forward, we want to continue producing those products with the health and wellness background, of course. We want to thank the North Zone Cricket Council, its players, and the wider community in believing and partaking in our products over the years. As I take leave, I want to commend the excellent work and of this establishment in terms of bringing the youths together in that community where crime is a grave concern. You all just didn't talk the talk, but they exceeded brilliantly in making this happen. And thanks again on behalf of Blue Waters Products Limited and the other sponsors that would have been mentioned previously as your partners in this initiative, and we look forward to having many more successful years moving forward. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Avinash Lalu, for bringing remarks on behalf of the sponsors. And you all can put your hands together a little louder for the sponsors, because without the sponsors, this season would not have been possible. I know Blue Waters is the water that kept the players hydrated all season long. And it's also the water that is keeping us hydrated this evening as well. So moving on with this evening's program, now we're going to have a musical interlude. And this will be done by Mr. Malcolm Boyce. So put your hands together and welcome Mr. Malcolm Boyce. Wasn't that lovely? Put your hands together once again for Mr. Malcolm Boyce. I know you guys enjoyed it, didn't you all? Definitely. So now, this is the time we have all been waiting for. The time for the prizes to be awarded to the respective awardees. And before we begin, I would just like to call Mr. Ray Campbell, Mr. Shamir Ali, Mr. Anthony Durant, Mr. Aaron Das, Mr. Riaz Mohammed, Mr. Ernil Ryan, Mr. Luke Latif, and Mr. Yusuf Ramlugan. Please make your way to my right, your left of the stage at this time, please. If they are not here, could a representative please come up to represent them? I would like to invite Mr. Nigel Sampath to assist us with the distribution of these awards. So now we're going to have the awards presented to the Centurions for the 2024 season. So put your hands together for Mr. Ray Campbell from the Combined All-Stars team, scoring 102. Mr. Shamir Ali of Invincible Cricket Club. Also scoring a best of 102 this season. Mr. Anthony Durant of Beaumont-Latches Cricket Club. Mr. Luke Latif, scoring a best of 107. No, he's represented by Mr. Anil. Mr. Anil will be receiving on his behalf this evening. Mr. Yusuf Ramlugan, a Combined All-Stars with 110. Congratulations to Mr. Riaz Mohammed, scoring 137. He's not here with us this evening, but somebody, all right. So this guy had an excellent season. Mr. Unil Ryan of Combined All-Stars scoring 176, 157, and 139 runs respectively. And he also walks away with the most runs award with 603 runs in total for this season. He will be represented by the captain of the Combined All-Stars, Mr. Riza Mohammed. Mr. Riza, could you come forward to receive the most runs award as well? Congratulations to Mr. Aaron Das of the Bumulaches Cricket Club, scoring 107 runs. Thank you, Mr. Nigel Sampa. And now I'd like to call on Mrs. Linda Hoyt Sanchez to join us on stage to help us present the Best Bowling Figures Awards. Could a representative or the players please make your way to the right hand side? Well, my right, your left. Mr. Luke Latif, Mr. Andrew Chandler, and Mr. Karen Balbosa. Also, Mr. Rishi Rampusar, Mr. Miguel Mahabir, and Mr. Rishi Mana. So you're going to say congratulations to Mr. Luke Latif of the Combined All-Stars, taking 9 wickets for 19 runs. The Best Bowling Figures. He also Luke from Pool 9. I stand corrected. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Andrew Chandler of Fatima College, taking 9 wickets for 74 runs. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Karen Balbosa of Bumulaches Cricket Club, taking 7 wickets for 9 runs. I move on to the 10 wickets award. Once again, I'd like to call on Mr. Luke Latif of Pool 9 Cricket Club, 13 wickets for 42 runs. I'd like to say congratulations to Mr. Rishi Rampersad as well. 10 wickets for 30 runs. We're moving on to the most wickets. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Miguel Mahabir, taking 26 wickets in total. Mr. Miguel Mahabir couldn't join us here this evening, so he sent a representative. Congratulations goes out to Rishi Mana, taking 26 wickets as well. I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Lindell Hoyt Sanchez for assisting us. Now I'd like to call on Miss Andrea to join us on stage, please, to help us with the presentation. Sorry, Mrs. Andrea Reyes Subas. So, the most valuable player Mr. Ernest Ryan. He's not present this evening, so a representative will collect on his behalf. So I'm just going to call out the results for the Division 1 2-day league. But we're only going to be giving out a trophy to the winner. So coming in third place, we have Shannon Sports Club. We played 7 games, won 1, lost none, drew 6 with 92 points in total. The runner-up, Combined All Stars. They played 7 games, won 4, lost no game, drew 3 games with 137 points. And the winner for the 2024 season, the Pool 9 Cricket Club, who played 7 games, won 5, lost 0 games, drew 2, and finished the season with 152 points.
No flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these 3 words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to
Photographers making sure they get it correct.
say
shot at the right angle and proper lighting. Thank you, Mrs. Andrea Perez Sobers.
I love you, and I mean from the bottom.
And now I'd like to invite Mr. Sean Wilson, Renault Zone Umpires and Scorers Association, to join us on stage. And I would like these players or representative to please make your way to my right or your left. Mr. Richard Ali, Mr. Kashma Mitchell, Kwesi Alfred, Mr. Kwesi Fornilla, Mr. Keon Isaac, Mr. Jesse Roland, Mr. Riaf Ali, Mr. Kendall Guerra, Mr. Kenroy Williams.
No giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring, but what it is, the awesome to fill your heart.
So these are Centurions for this season, the players that scored at least one century for the season. I say congratulations to Mr. Kashma Mitchell, scoring 117.
To say how much I care about you. To say I love you.
Congratulations to Mr. Kwesi Alfred, scoring a best of 143.
I just called to say I love you. Yeah. I just
Moving on, congratulations goes out to Mr. Kwesi Fornilla, scoring 116 runs.
I love you, and I mean it from the bottom.
Congratulations to Mr. Keon Isaac, scoring 114. Congratulations goes out to Jesse Roland, scoring 140 runs. Mr. Roland is not here with us this evening, so a representative will collect on his behalf. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Riaf Ali, scoring a best of 148 runs. Congratulations, Mr. Kendall Guerra, scoring 123 runs. Congratulations to Mr. Kenroy Williams, scoring 105 this season. Mr. Kenroy Williams is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Richard Ali, who scored 159 and 108 runs, and he walks away with the most runs award as well, scoring 497 runs in total this season. Mr. Ali is not here with us, so a representative will collect on his behalf this evening. Thank you, Mr. Sean Wilson. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Amin Ali, a member of the events committee of the North Zone Cricket Council. So we're going to move on to best bowling figures. Taking 8 wickets for 30 runs, we have Mr. Claude Devines. Kid Mr. Vaughan Brown, Mr. Kenroy Williams, Mr. Sunil Buchan, Mr. Akil Timothy, Mr. Vaughan Brown, Kendall Guerra, Mr. Darren Wilson, taking 8 wickets for 35 runs. This season we have Mr. Vaughan Brown. Mr. Vaughan Brown, could you please wait for the most wickets, actually is it 10 wickets, taking 11 wickets for 69 runs. Me have to give the most high praise. For the year I breathe, oh, for the papers and trees. Taking 8 wickets for 43 runs this season, we have Mr. Kenroy Williams. Last night some boy tried to kill me half. He's not here with us this evening, so a representative will be collecting on his behalf. And could the representative please remain on stage, because Mr. Kenroy Williams also took more than 10 wickets this season. He actually took 12 wickets for 87 runs in total. Taking 7 wickets for 9 runs this season, we have Mr. Sunil Buchan. Mr. Buchan is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. Taking 10 wickets for 88 runs this season, we have Akil Timothy. Mr. Timothy is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. And Mr. Timothy will walk away with one of the most wickets award, taking 38 wickets in total this season. Taking 11 wickets for 69 runs this season, we have Mr. Vaughan Brown. Taking 11 wickets for 72 runs this season. Put your hands together for Mr. Kendall Guerra. So taking 8 wickets for 30 runs and also having a season best for 13 runs, not 13 runs, sorry, 50 runs, he took 13 wickets. So congratulations to Mr. Claude Devines. Taking 10 wickets for 117 runs this season, we have Mr. Darren Wilson. Taking 13 wickets for 50 runs this season, Mr. Claude Devines. One of the bowlers taking most wickets this season. 38 wickets, Mr. Kenroy Williams. And the most valuable player, Mr. Kenroy Williams again, for the 2024 season.
Come on, sweet little thing, yes you do.
Put your hands together for the representative of Mr. Kenroy Williams once again, receiving the awards on his behalf. And now we're going to have the top 3 for the Senior Division 2-Day League. Well, the winner will be presented with the Challenge Trophy. Coming in 3rd place this season in the Senior Division 2-Day League, we have Savannah Boys Cricket Club. They played 7, won 1 game, lost 0 games, drew 6 games, and ended the season with 88 points. Runner-up for the Senior Division 2-Day League, we have Northside Future Stars, who played 7 games, won 2 games, lost 1, drew 3 games, ended the season with 88 points as well. And the winner, El Socorro Youth Movement, who played 7 games, won 5 games, lost 0 games, and drew 2 games, and ended the season with 161 points. Put your hands together once again for El Socorro Youth Movement. Thank you. So I would like to ask Mr. Altaf Bash to join us on stage.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back in
Could the following players or representative please make your way to the right hand side of the stage or your left? Yusuf Ramlogan, Whelan George, Kwesi Alfred, Riaz Mohammed, Ryan Innes, Robert Brown, Vishan Jagasa, Andre Sitaram, Akil Timothy, So this is the Centurion Awards for the 40 overs competition. Congratulations to Mr. Yusuf Ramlogan of Combined All-Star Sports Club, scoring 146 this season. I'd like to congratulate Mr. Whelan George Joe, scoring 102 runs. He's from Shannon Sports Club. Congratulations to Mr. Kwesi Alfred of the El Socorro Youth Movement, scoring 143 runs this season. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Riaz Mohammed of Pool 9, scoring 105 runs this season in the 40 overs. Congratulations to Mr. Ryan Innes of El Socorro Youth Movement, scoring 138 runs. Mr. Innes is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Robert Brown, also of El Socorro Youth Movement, scoring 112 runs this season. Mr. Brown is not here with us this evening as well. A representative will collect on his behalf. Scoring exactly 100 runs in one of his games. From the Savannah boys, put your hands together for Mr. Vishan Jagasa. Mr. Jagasa is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. And now we're going to move on to most runs in the 40 overs competition. And most runs goes to the person who scored 296 runs coming out of the Combined All-Star Sports Club, Mr. Yusuf Ramlogan. Before I move on, just joining us, Mr. Bravo and his guests. So put your hands together and welcome them. Moving on to the best bowling figures for the 40 overs of the 2024 season of the North Zone. Andre Sitaram of Queen's Park, taking 8 wickets for just 11 runs. Walking away with the most wickets award from the El Socorro Youth Movement with 22 wickets, Mr. Akil Timothy.
First thing Monday morning, I'm gonna pack my tears away.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far. You just need to make a run. So, he got it already? Okay. So, Mr. Akil Timothy will also walk away with Most Valuable Player award in the 40 overs competition.
Comes a time when we could all
Now, in the 40 overs, it was a tight race. Joint winners, congratulations goes out to El Socorro Youth Movement and Santa Cruz Sports Association.
just let it go, baby. Don't nobody want no broke heart. Don't nobody want no two-time loser. Oh no. Ain't nobody gonna love you like you are if you take whatever he brings your way. Oh no, no, no. We deserve respect, but we can demand respect with a check.
Put your hands together once again for El Socorro Youth Movement and Santa Cruz Sports Association, the joint winners of the 40 overs competition.
If love, everything's gonna work out right, you know. Let it go, baby. If love, just let it go. Oh, yeah. 'Cause sometimes love can work out right now.
I would like to call on Miss Kanisha Vincent, the featured speaker for this evening, to join us on stage to help us with the presentation of these awards in the North Zone T20 competition.
Let it flow, let it flow, like everything's gonna work out right, you know. I said let it go now, no. Ooh, if love, just let it
Mr. Dijon Charles, Mr. Christopher Vincent, Mr. Isaiah Hayes, Bradley Boodoo, Christopher De Silva, Dexter Sween, Mr. Chitram Ramlal, and Mr. Dijon Charles. I like how the players know exactly when I call in where to go and assemble, and the broad smiles they are coming up with as well. For the North Zone T20 competition, the Centurion, congratulations goes out to Mr. Dijon Charles of Barataria Ball Players, scoring 117 runs. Mr. Charles is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. The second Centurion for the T20 competition, Mr. Christopher Vincent of Paragon Sports Club, scoring 123 runs.
time is it cold in your little corner of the road.
And the most runs award goes to the guy who scored 249 runs for the T20 tournament. He represents the Barataria ball players, Mr. Dejon Charles.
Oh, I saw you by the wall. 10 of your tin soldiers in a row, with eyes that look like ice on fire.
Moving on to best bowling figures. We have 4 bowlers who did well this season in the T20 competition. The first bowler took 4 wickets for 17 runs, representing the Santa Cruz Sports Association, Mr. Isaiah Hayes. Thank you, Ms. Kenisha Vincent. And now I'd like to ask Mr. Avinash Lalu of Blue Waters to join us on stage, please. To help us with the presentation of the other awards in the North Zone T20 competition.
Do you ever see the letters that I write? When you look up through the wire, Nikita, do you count the stars?
The second bowler with the best bowling figures for the North Zone T20 competition. He also took 4 wickets for 17 runs. He represents Queen's Park Cricket Club, Mr. Bradley Boodoo.
And if you're free to make a choice,
Mr. Boodoo is not here with us this evening, but there is a representative will collect on his behalf.
oh Nikita, you will never know.
Third best bowler for the T20 competition, taking 4 wickets for just 12 runs, representing Santa Cruz Sports Association, Mr. Christopher Da Silva.
Nikita is the other side of any given line and time. Counting tempting soldiers in there.
And moving on to the 4th best bowler for the T20 competition, also taking 4 wickets, but for 15 runs this time, representing Santa Cruz Sports Association, Mr. Dexter Sween. And we're going to move on to the most wickets award. This bowler took 12 wickets in the T20 competition, and he represents the Savannah Boys Cricket Club. Speaking about none other than Mr. Chitram Ramlal.
Oh Nikita, you will never know.
Moving on to the most valuable player award of the North Zone T20 competition, goes to none other than Mr. Dejon Charles of Barataria ball players. He will be receiving a trophy and a hamper, all courtesy Angostura. Now I know you guys know who the winner is, but now is the picture moment. You have the semi-finalists. You see third place, Barataria ball players. Those actually semi-finalists Barataria Ball players and Glenura Sports. Congratulations to both teams. Runner-up for the North Zone T20 competition, Savannah Boys Cricket Club. And the winner of the North Zone T20 competition goes to Santa Cruz Sports Association.
When you love someone, it's natural, not demanding. And that's one thing I'm proud to say I found in you. I'm so glad we reached an understanding. Now I know my heart is safe with you.
This award is sponsored by Blue Waters.
So now my love to you, baby, I surrender. Get ready tonight. Gonna make this a night to remember. Get ready, oh baby, tonight. Gonna make this a night to remember. Celebrations in the heart 'cause we're united. And there's nothing in this world.
All right, so we have a little entertainment for you guys that I'm going to call to the stage once again. I know the first set that he did, I know you all were begging for more, so he will be entertaining you guys again. So put your hands together and welcome once again Mr. Malcolm Boyce. You all can do better than that. Put your hands together once again for Mr. Malcolm Boyce. And now we're going to move on with this evening's program. The featured speaker for this evening is Miss Kenisha Vincent. She is a national rugby player, an international rugby referee, and works with all sports, including cricket. Kenisha is a sports scientist with an innate love for the science of human movement and the joy of sports involvement. She graduated with an MSc in sports performance from the University of Portsmouth. She currently performs the performance analysis and testing officer duties at the Elite Athlete Wellbeing Unit of the Sports Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. A national rugby athlete and regional rugby referee, she carries the values of sport through all aspects of her life and is married closely to its nuances and demands. She endeavors to continue to give back to Trinidad and Tobago's sporting industry with a marked emphasis on athlete development, injury surveillance, talent identification, and talent transfer. Put your hands together and welcome to the stage a featured speaker for this evening, Ms. Kenisha Vincent.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. All protocols observed. Thank you to the North Zone Cricket Council for inviting me here this evening to speak with all of you. This evening, we're going to take a journey through our lives, individually and collectively, to really try to understand the value of sports. First, let's start by asking ourselves, what does value mean? The Oxford Dictionary defines value as the regard that something is held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. Ultimately, we're looking at the merit, the utility, the advantage of something to us. We could research 1,000 quotes about value and what it should mean and how we should assign value to things, but the bottom line is that value is determined in relation to ourselves and things that we care about. Do this exercise with me. Imagine you're in the middle of your street playing wind ball cricket. The plastic dust pail is the wicket. Your father has carved you out a bat out of a piece of wood. You have one wind ball left because you've lost all the others over the neighbor's fence. And shouts of "Don't lose the baller" ring out as you stand in your crease, waiting to send the ball into the sun and secure the win for your team. Do you swing with all your might and possibly lose the ball? I should also mention that it is the last ball from the last over, since the street lights are just about to come on and you know your parents need you to be inside. What is of value to you in that moment? Well, you might say, it depends. And I'm here to tell you that yes, it most certainly does. Let's think of a simpler example. In one scenario, you have one pen. It is the only pen you have ever owned. You needed to write a final exam that determines if you pass or fail your course. You cannot purchase another, they're way too expensive, and nobody can lend you one. Alternatively, you have multiple pens, a pencil case of pens. You have pens at work, pens in the car, pens at home, pens at school. They all work perfectly fine. All of them are of the same quality, and no one pen is better than the next. Does the value of the pen change from the first scenario to the second? I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes, that the pen will probably be more valuable in scenario 1 than in scenario 2. But what does that say about sport? Probably nothing, because we just talked about pens. But it helps us to understand why sport would be of value to each and every one of us. Hi, my name is Kenisha, and sport has completely changed my life. Let me tell you a bit about that. It was 2010, and I was set to attend the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee's youth camp, where young athletes with national level talent come together to engage and learn over a couple weeks during the July-August vacation. It was a great experience, but the spark was not ignited until a year later when I returned as a facilitator at the camp. In an effort to teach us about each other's sports, the program managers introduced a learner sports section of the camp where they encouraged us to engage with each other and find joy in each other's sports. Up until then, I had played netball for years and only tried hockey once. Much to my mother's dismay, after I forced her to get me all the gear, I had everything, the stick, the pads, you name it, I had it, and then I literally just went to one session and decided that it wasn't for me. But that was when I learned about rugby and I fell in love. If you're not familiar with rugby, it's just a bunch of people kind of running towards each other, slamming into each other really hard in hopes of getting possession of an oval-shaped ball that you could only pass backwards and then going out to have a drink together after. And now that I've explained it to you, you probably completely understand why I love it. It's absolutely insane. Now, I should have said earlier that ever since I was a child, I've wanted to be the best at everything I've done and give 1,000,000% always. So sport for me wasn't only about fun, but also about finding a safe space that I could excel in. And after that brief introduction to rugby, everything in my life has been colored by sport. In 2013, I made my first national team. In 2014, I attended the Youth Leadership Summit hosted by the United Nations on Sport Development and Peace in Bradenton, Florida. While I was there, I met Stuart Crone, who was the director of the Inner City Education Foundation. They were from Los Angeles. They then invited me to intern at ISEF in LA and play rugby there for a couple weeks. Later that year, I was part of the Trinidad and Tobago Women's Rugby Sevens team that went to the Central American and Caribbean Games in Veracruz, Mexico. In 2016, I was once again part of the team that went to the Olympic repechage in Dublin, Ireland. Throughout those years, with plans to become a police psychologist or something of the sort, I attended the University of the West Indies, where I pursued a bachelor's in psychology with minors in sociology and criminology. But sport eventually changed that too. Graduating with first-class honors, I attended the University of Portsmouth in England to pursue a master's in sports performance, where I earned a sports scholarship to basically be a full-time athlete. I was well taken care of, and anything I needed, I had, be that sports psychology, physiotherapy, massage, personalized strength and conditioning, and the list goes on. At the end of my tenure, I received the highest award for sport from the university, which was called the Purples. While there, I also got the opportunity to play for Harlequins Rugby Club, and I was the first women's rugby player from Trinidad and Tobago to play at a premiership level. Then I returned to Trinidad in 2018 and began to work at the sports company of Trinidad and Tobago the following January. As a performance analysis and testing officer, I work with our elite and developing athletes, and I still work there today, administering biomechanical and physiological assessment to help athletes reach their goals that they then set with us. I retired from playing in 2019 after attending the Pan Am Games, staved off COVID, and began refereeing in 2022. That same year, I was awarded the World Rugby Women's Executive Leadership Scholarship for my work within rugby in Trinidad and Tobago as the chairperson for their selections committee. And just this year, I was elected as the vice president of our rugby union. So that's a lot of information about myself, but I wanted to illustrate to you the depth of my involvement with sport from all aspects, as a player, an official, a sports professional, and an administrator. Sport has been work or income. It has been joy, peace. Rugby has been community. It has also been my biggest challenge and my greatest reward. And in an effort to ascertain the value of sport in your lives, I encourage you to ask yourselves, what gap does sport fill for me? What place in my life does it hold? Is it for enjoyment? Is it a job? Is it for community? And it doesn't have to be all or any of those things. They're also not mutually exclusive. You can enjoy sport and it can be your job, or vice versa. But to be able to apply the value of sport on an individual level, your connection to sport, your why, needs to be particularly vivid. Let's zoom out to a more big picture level for a second. On the back of the Olympics, where we have seen the top athletes from around the world at the top of their game, competing in their disciplines, let us think about the impact that sport has on people's lives. Jemima Montag is an Australian Olympic race walker. She won the silver medal in the 2023 World Athletics Championships, won bronze medals in the 20-kilometer walk and the marathon walk relay in Paris 2024 Olympics, and is a two-time Commonwealth Games champion. She said this after winning her medal at the Games. Sport is about community and a sense of belonging, making friends, looking after our physical and mental health, and learning amazing life skills like dedication and leadership. The first modern Olympics was held in Athens, Greece in 1896. There were 280 participants from 12 nations, and they were all male. They participated in 43 events. Paris 2024 was the games of the 33rd Olympiad, hosting 10,714 athletes with an equal distribution of both male and female athletes. They competed from 206 nations for 329 events in 32 sports or 48 disciplines. By that scale alone, we can see how much the Summer Games has changed in scope. The pinnacle of sporting excellence, the Olympics is symbolized by 5 interlocking rings of different colors on a white background. According to the Olympic Charter, the Olympic symbol expresses the activity of the Olympic movement and represents the union of the 5 continents and the meeting of the athletes from throughout the world at the Olympic Games. At the Games, we have seen unity against political oppression, like the iconic movement in 1968 when African-American medalists Tommy Smith and John Carlos, who won gold and bronze respectively for the 200-meter, each raised a black-gloved fist during the US national anthem to protest the treatment of African Americans in the United States at that time. In 2011, Akash Maharaj, during a speech, Akash Maharaj, a member of the Canadian Olympic Committee and head of Canada's Olympic equestrian team, said, "In that moment, Tommy Smith, Peter Norman, and John Carlos became the living embodiments of Olympic idealism. Ever since, they have been inspirations to generations of athletes like myself who can only aspire to their example of putting principle before personal interest. It was their misfortune to be far greater human beings than the leaders of the IOC of that day." During this year's Olympics, North Korean and South Korean medalists for table tennis, Kim Kum-young, who won the silver medal, and Lim Jong-hoon, who won the bronze medal, shared a heartwarming moment as they stood together on the medal podium to take a selfie with gold medalists from China, Wan Chukin and Sun Yingsha. Despite their country's historical tensions, they put aside their differences to celebrate their mutual achievement. You don't have to look too far to see that the Olympics is rife with stories like these. At Tokyo 2021, Qatar's Mutaz Essa Bashim and Italy's Gianmarco Tamberi both cleared a height of 2.37 meters in the high jump final, resulting in a tie for the gold medal. Instead of opting for a jump-off, they chose to share the title, showcasing remarkable sportsmanship. Striking a little closer to home, in the 1970s and 80s, The West Indies cricket team broke records, defied racism and colonialism, and used their skill and spirit to dominate cricket for nearly 20 years. The likes of Sir Vivian Richards, Michael Holding, Clive Lloyd, and Andy Roberts, to name a few, became symbols of unity. Their voices became those of the repressed, and their impact on the sporting and social landscape was evident on and off the field. These instances demonstrate that through sports' value of teamwork, discipline, and healthy competition, our society is able to foster social development. As Trinese, we like to say, you're in everything like salt, and that is the value of sport. It plays a role in physical and mental well-being, personal growth and character development, building stronger communities, the economy, education and academic success, pop culture and entertainment, and even diplomacy and international relations. And these are all broad umbrella terms in an attempt to condense the gravity of what sport means to the world. In the beginning, when I listed what sport has done for me, I neglected to mention where I came from. I grew up in Belmont with my single mother, who later married when I was about 8 years old. We didn't have much, but my mother always pushed me to pursue my dreams as she tried her best to make things happen any way that she could. If not for sport, I could not imagine a poor girl from a small toll island state in the Caribbean stepping foot in places that seemed unobtainable until sport took me there. I would not have taken the career path I have and would not be doing the job that I do. I would not be here speaking with you all this evening. I realize that I have said a lot, and if nothing else, this is what I want you to take away. Sport finds a way to open doors that would be otherwise closed. And in so doing, it bridges the gap to create thriving, integrated communities that benefit on a large scale from the social development that it brings. And maybe we will never be able to grasp the true value of sport until it is no longer available to us. But I do sincerely hope that we will never have to find out. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kanisha Vincent. So put your hands together for her once again. Ms. Vincent, could you please remain on stage for us just for about 2 minutes? And I would like to invite the chairman of the North Zone Cricket Council, Mr. Winston Sobers, to join us on stage to present Ms. Vincent with a token of appreciation for accepting the invitation to be the featured speaker at this award ceremony 2024. Mr. Subas, don't run away so quick. Don't run away so quick. Could Mr. Kenroy Williams, Mr. Chidram Ramlal, Enil Ryan, Mr. Richard Ali, and Mr. Akil Timothy please come forward? I would just like to take this time to recognize in our presence Ms. Nadine Sami, who was the featured speaker in 2023. So Ms. Sami, please just stand and let the audience see you. Ms. Sami was the featured speaker at the award ceremony for 2023. So we're going to move on to the Cricketers of the Year 2024. 5 cricketers. If everybody's here? Anybody missing? I'd like to call at this time Ms. Sheila Ali of Blue Waters to join us on stage as well. Each cricketer of the year will get a plaque and a hamper, all courtesy Blue Waters. I hope you guys are keeping yourself hydrated with your Blue Waters that is on the table right in front of you. So we have 5 cricketers of the year, and we have 1 overall cricketer of the year. So the first cricketer of the year goes to a gentleman who represents the team, Glenora Sports Club. I'm speaking about none other than Mr. Kenroy Williams, scoring 528 runs and taking 46 wickets this season. The second cricketer of the year represents Savannah Boys, scoring 140 runs, taking 47 wickets this season, Mr. Chaitram Ramlal.
And football, come and dance in my name we call. Champion, champion, every journey and every yard man. Champion, champion.
Third cricketer of the year, representing the team Combined All-Stars, scoring 866 runs and taking 20 wickets, Mr. Ernal Ryan.
Champion, Bungie is a champion, Folland is a champion, Lara is a champion, Gale is a champion. Don't forget Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly and a champion, 958 Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo a champion. Champion, champion. DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo.
Fourth cricketer of the year, scoring 844 runs and taking 3 wickets. He took the field representing El Socorro Youth Movement this season, Mr. Richard Ali. Mr. Ali is not with us this evening. A representative will receive on his behalf.
Don't forget Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly and a champion, 958 Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows Chris Gale is a
The 5th cricketer of the year award goes to a gentleman who scored 159 runs and took 66 wickets. He represented El Socorro Youth Movement as well. Speak about none other than Mr. Akil Timothy. Mr. Timothy is not with us this evening, so a representative will receive on his behalf. I remember each cricketer of the year gets a plaque Annie Hamper from Blue Waters.
Is a champion, Gail is a champion. Don't forget, Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly and a champion, 958, Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion.
Now I would like to ask, or actually invite, Mr. DJ Bravo to join us on stage to present the Overall Cricketer of the Year award.
DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody
And the Cricketer of the Year for 2024, the North Zone Cricket Council is Mr. Akil Timothy. Mr. Timothy is not here with us this evening, but a representative will collect on his behalf. Mr. Akil Timothy scored 159 runs and took 66 wickets this season. Mr. Bravo, don't run too far. Don't run too far. Mr. Winston Sobers. So the cricketers of the year, you guys can make your way off stage. Put your hands together for them once again.
DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo. Champion, champion, champion.
All right, it is fitting that we have that song playing slowly, you know. For a number of years, we have seen the growth of cricketers throughout our zone. And tonight, we've had the opportunity to have him in our presence for the very first time. Because as all of you are aware, Dwayne DJ Bravo is an international star. And he hails from Santa Cruz. But more importantly, he started his cricket in North Zone. From Tranquil, Breaking Beach, to go and play in the Savannah. Every cricket game you can find and Dwayne Bravo can play, he was there. All through North Zone under 15, under 17, under 9, well, not under 17 because under 17 came a lot later, but under 19. I remember him being part of our team. I was actually manager of one team where he was not the captain. I think Sanjeev Maharaj was the captain from St. Mary's. Dashrat Maharaj was the coach, and I was the manager of the team. And he was very influential in us gaining the championship the year before. And that particular year, we actually had Lendell Simmons in the team. But we did not make it to the championship round because there was a certain team in Central. Rain only fell on the wicket one day. The entire field was dry and the wicket was wet, and we could not have won the championship. Suffice it to say, Dwayne went on from North Zone into, of course, Trinidad and Tobago cricket, and then on to West Indies, and of course, the rest is history. So tonight, as we are having here in Trinidad and Tobago, when we are having our function, we thought it best to honor him for all that he's done for not only North Zone, not only Trinidad and Tobago, but West Indies, and of course the rest of the world. So we'd like to make a special presentation to Dwayne this evening.
DJ Bravo, champion, 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 champion. Both a champion. Champion, 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 champion.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. This wasn't supposed to happen tonight, but first of all, I want to say congratulations to each and everyone who have received all their achievements tonight. To Mr. Sobers, we went way back. I have a story to tell you guys. Can you imagine Winston Sobers dropped me when I was 16 years old? He dropped me. But as the saying, every setback, there is a comeback. I myself faced some challenges growing up. I see my dad is here, Mr. Morgan Bravo. Come from very humble beginnings where things wasn't really easy, but at the same time, the love for the sport is the most important thing for me. So I want to encourage each and every one of you out there to love the sport. Don't like it, love it. It's important to be very passionate about it. It's important to be the best. For me, there was no shortcomings. I always enjoy competing, and I always enjoy being the best. Despite of whatever challenges I may have, that I may face coming up, whether it's financial, whether it's facilities, whether it's equipment, I never make excuses. I find a way, and I figure it out. So to each and every player out there, yes, I know at times we feel down and we feel like giving up. We feel the system is against us. Each and every athlete faces that challenge. But with system, there's not much you can do. You don't have control over the system, but you have control over your preparation and what you do for yourself. It's important to be honest with yourself. When you practice, make sure you practice the right thing. Don't go to practice for practice sake because the coach say it's time to practice. Strive to be the best, strive to be the greatest. Strive to make your family proud, your country proud, most importantly, make yourself proud. The sky is the limit. We live, as the young lady speak previously, sport changed my life. This beautiful game called cricket changed my life. And now I live to see that in Santa Cruz, where I born and grew, that recently just won the championship, which I was there to witness. But I am sure each and every one is aware of the state of the country is in at the moment with the crime. And we all have a responsibility and a role to play to try and help the nation. So from corporate, from government, from us, the people, we have a responsibility and a duty for our country. And sport can save a lot of people. So those who are in charge, I encourage, let's invest in facilities, let's invest in communities. So what's this thing you have going on here, especially this T20 tournament? I want to say congratulations. Job well done to you and the entire team. And I would like to see this tournament go throughout the country. And whatever it is that if you need my help in any way possible, I'm here to give back. It's a time now for me to give back to my country. And it's a time for me to give back to the community and to the youths, to the next generation. Trinidad and Tobago have a lot of talent, but we also need to nurture those talents. So again, thank you very much for this trophy. By the way, I saw Sobers yesterday at practice, and he invited me to this function. I said, why am I coming to this function? You never give me anything in life. So Sobers, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to working with each and everyone for a better TNT. Thank you. Enjoy.
DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say Bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows Chris Kelly is a champion. He a champion, Bounty a champion, Masha is a champion, Buddy is a champion, Fallen is a champion, Lara is a champion, Gail.
Put your hands together once again for Mr. Dwayne Bravo. Excellent speech, although it was impromptu. Excellent speech. I knew he said a lot of things that the coaches inside of here and also the players going to take back to their fellow players, the coaches going to take back to their players. I know we have some teachers as well in the crowd. They're going to take back to their student athletes. So now we're going to ask Mr. Gregory Wales, the treasurer of the North Zone Cricket Council, to give the vote of thanks. So put your hands together and welcome Mr. Gregory Wales on stage.
Good night to all. I have been honored by a number of speeches, and therefore I wouldn't give another one. All I have to do is to thank all the contributors to one tonight, two to our season that would have gone. Before I do that though, I just want to ask Mr. Durant to come and present hampers to some special people that we needed to physically and publicly thank. First to Ms. Shirley Lewis. We would have seen Ms. Lewis as Book Malatra's scorer, and bigger than that, our T20 scoreboard operator. Secondly, I want to thank her partner in crime, Anne-Marie James. Now these people didn't ask for anything. They came, supported, took charge, and got involved. There's a lesson there. To one of our youngest helpers, in Josiah McPherson. Josiah too came and assisted us in a number of ways that we old people couldn't do. And he filled those gaps. So we want to thank him publicly and give him this hamper. And for someone who came to do a simple task, but came on and continued to assist, Mr. Ravindra Maharaj. Ravi came, he scored, and he supported us in a number of ways. Even tonight, you see him actively working. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Durant. So to all those who would have contributed to the season, I say thank you. I'm talking about the players, special mention to the managers. I want to big up the managers that kept it together, that when the players revolting for all kind of foolish reasons, you kind of kept it together. Thank you, managers. To the coaches, I don't envy your position at all, trying to fix things that long past gone. Thank you for your effort. For all the supporters that kept the team going. You know, there's a lady who does do the lunches, and there's somebody who knows how to go and run for the water and the ice. And we don't see the importance of that until somebody hungry on the field or suffering from dehydration. The person who's scoring, we don't see those people, but we are grateful for their effort. Those are the important people on the ground. And then we have the important people higher up, the people who keep us going in terms of helping us with sponsorship. So you heard a lot about Blue Waters tonight. We want to thank people from the Prime Minister's Sports and Culture Fund. We want to big them up a bit. We hope that they'll find more favor with us in the future. We want to thank small contributors, but every little bit counts. So National Lotteries, National Flour Mills, JNMB, Sagicor, who are leaving out? Police Credit Union. No, if I start now, we ain't finishing now. But there were small efforts, and it contributed. And I know each club is struggling for similar contribution. My advice again, keep it small, keep it simple, present yourself so that you can represent them, and let's hope for the best. Stay in your community, then expand even further. We had a very good season. We had a lot of achievers, and a lot of people feel that more prizes should have been given. I totally agree. We look at all the 5-wicket hauls. So in the senior division, we had something like 50-something 5-wicket hauls, 5 and more. In the Division 1, we had about 30-something. We had plenty of people scoring 50s, and our pocket wasn't so to give prizes. We are mentioning these persons on our website, on our Facebook page, so you're going to see your name and your achievement there, so that people who know you will look back at it. But we want to first apologize for those who achieved, but who couldn't be recognized in this small ceremony. I want to give special thanks to the people at the Cascadia Hotel who graciously hosted us. We want to thank them for all the efforts that they were made, and I know you will benefit from the culinary skills in a short while. So we want to thank them in advance for feeding us. And for all those who would have contributed in a small way that I left out. I just glimpsed across to Mr. Wilson's table, and I have to thank the umpires. We struggled for umpires in the 2-day. We know that, because you have about that amount of umpires. And yet still they made that effort and ensured that each game had an umpire in the senior division, and even in some of the Division 1 games, we had umpires. We are looking for umpires. Please try to see who you know, or if you know, we need to expand that. We need umpires. and this is not a North Zone problem, it's across the board in all the zones, nationally. All right, so I'm making an appeal, try to get people involved with umpiring. And so I thank the umpires, I thank the scorers, I thank the people who cook the food, I thank the people for contributing. I just want to thank some special people close to me that has been giving my life stress over the past 9 months. So my chairman, for his relentless pursuit of excellence and trying to improve our zone. And it's sometimes a single-handed effort. I want to thank him especially. For my vice chairman, if you think afraid, so was Ingrid and easy. All right, and she has supported throughout. For all the council members who are supporting us and looking to make this better, I say thank you again, and only promise that we'll make another effort to carry it to the next level. Again, enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wheels. Now, I would like to say thank you to the North Zone Cricket Council for having me as your master of ceremonies for this evening. I have to say thanks to, how do I say, Auntie. Auntie. So, thanks for reaching out to me to give me the opportunity to be the master of ceremonies for this award ceremony. Congratulations to all those the players that receive awards. Congratulations to the successful coaches. All the best in your 2025 season. I know you guys are going to go into preseason shortly, and I hope you all take all the positive words from from the featured speaker today, from Mr. Dwayne Bravo, and you all carry it with you guys. All right, so now it's time for us to have dinner. So, would you like?
Oh yeah, and I think this is Auntie. Thank you very much, Johan, for accepting at late, last minute, the opportunity to host our awards ceremony. Okay, so I started, so I guess I'm going to finish. And we know it's late, we know that you are very hungry, and we know that the servers are waiting to serve you, but we must have an order, all right? So we must have an order to get it done properly. And of course, we have to invite our not that you all are not special, but we have to invite some people first to have dinner. So Ravi will direct the tables for dinner. So we'll take the first 3 tables. Oh, and Ingrid. And could you please be seated until we ask you to go to dinner? We know you don't want to go and stand up in a long line.